Oh, we are recording. Okay, awesome. Thank you, everybody. So, welcome to day number 2. Where do we find the recording? Tamarind, you got invited here through an email. Okay, so if you registered, you should have gotten an email with the replay. If you did not get the replay, it is probably in your promotions folder or it's probably in your spam folder. Okay, so just make sure you are getting the replay or just get back to the person that invited you here. You got the link from somewhere. Okay, reply to that email and ask the person for the replay of yesterday. You do want to go and watch it because what we did yesterday we spoke about what type of product to create. Who's your perfect customer? Okay, so who's ready to create their own digital product? Put me in the comments if you are ready to create your own digital product. Okay, and if like some of you are saying you got me on Facebook, if you got me on Facebook, inbox me on Facebook. Okay, inbox me because you got the link through a link. You did get an email from me. Okay, so just sometimes we just forget. So I will never just send you to a blank link. Okay, I will never just send you. I'll always send you to a link where you need to register your name and your email so that I can communicate with you. And the same with the rest of the people that invited you here. Okay, over 2,300 to date have registered for this workshop, guys. This is insane. It is amazing. It is the most registrants we've had on a workshop like this. It just goes to show that people are ready to change their future. And they are realizing that you can do it through an online business. And they are realizing it is the best way to get started because it's working smarter instead of working harder. Okay? You're seeing double Jeanette. So I don't know how your screen is. I do have a twin. So my twins, and Ali, can you just come up and say hi? I actually got a message today.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, so that is my twin. Okay, can you just let me know on the screen quickly? Are you seeing the entire room, or are you just seeing the person that's talking? Person that's talking, are you seeing me, or are you seeing the entire room? I just want to know. Talking. Okay, great. Okay, if you want to see the room, you can actually just go click on view up on your Zoom, and you can see the entire room. Okay. So yes, I have a twin, but I also have an AI twin. So someone said to me today, well, I just on a call with you today, with your twin sister. And I was like, yes, you want a call because she helps me in this business, right? And they were like, oh my goodness, I thought I was maybe talking to an AI twin. Well, it's not that advanced, the AI twin yet. Okay. The AI twin is literally a photo of me. You plug it into a system and you get going. So I've got a little surprise for you. I'm going to show you how that works tomorrow. Are you excited to see how the AI twin, how you can use an AI twin to show up online for you so that you don't have to? Okay. So I've got something special planned for you guys tomorrow. I haven't done it on a workshop like this before, so I'm extremely excited. Okay. So what I'm going to do is someone is loading a whiteboard. Okay. I'm not sure how you are getting the opportunity to do so. Okay. So make sure your mic is muted. All right. And it looks like there are still a lot of people in the waiting room, but I'm going to get going. Okay. Let's get going. So a lot of you said that you're ready to create your own digital product. And a lot of you said to me yesterday that you have no idea what type of product to create. So put a 1 in the comments there if you like, I have no idea what product to create, Lizelle. Like, I just have no idea. Okay? Because I've got good news for you. Remember yesterday I spoke about a shortcut? Okay? I'm going to share all about that today. So I want you to chill. I want you to relax. If you have no product in mind and you don't even want to go through the effort of creating your own digital product, I've got good news for you. There's a faster way to do that. Okay, so I'm going to share that. So just relax. But what it's going to help you with, what I'm going to teach you today and the recording of yesterday, what that is helping with is it's helping you understand how to get the sales, how to speak to your customer. It helps you understand digital marketing better. Let me know in the comments there. Put me in the comments if you are feeling like, Lizelle, I never understood digital marketing the way I'm starting to understand it now. Just put me in the comments. Because I always go through the comments. I love AI. I use AI and I'm checking what you guys are saying in the comments afterwards, okay? And many of you said like, light bulb moment, Lizelle, like, finally I understand it. And one thing I can say to you, every time I do a workshop like this, and I'm not planning to do another one soon, This is the third time I think I'm doing this one. Every time I do a workshop like this, people that have been years in digital marketing and that has been struggling online, and the people that are brand new, all of a sudden something clicks for them. They're like, oh my word, I understand what it's all about. Because when you know who you are talking to, who your perfect customer is, what their pain points are, what their desires are, then creating content and getting sales really becomes effortless. It really is effortless. So what we spoke about yesterday is we spoke about what type of digital product to create. Okay, we spoke about how to your pain points of your customer and the desires where they are. Okay, so let me know in the comments there, what is your pain point right now? Like why would you want to learn how to make money online? Why would you want to learn how to create your own digital product? What is your pain point? I'm going to give you mine. About 2 years ago, my pain point was I was just tired of missing out time with my kids. I was tired of always working and the money not being enough. I was already working full time. I did corporate. I was working in my own beauty salon. I wanted to be my own boss, wanted to have my own time freedom and financial freedom. And nothing just worked. Nothing worked. I was working hard, but the money was just never enough because the truth is, life is expensive, especially if you have kids. I've got 3 daughters, guys, and it's not that it's expensive. It's not that they want lavish stuff. It's the school, the fees, the things that they need. Okay, it's a lot of money. And I found myself in a situation where I said to myself, I need to do something different. I cannot carry on this hamster wheel. I cannot have some good months and then all bad months and just keep on surviving. Now, if you're feeling like you are surviving, put a 1 in the comments there for me. Look at that. Work, work, work. No life, Vessel says. Tired of stress, Lucas says, right? Catherine, I'm a double amputee and I need money for prosthetic. Oh my goodness. Sorry, that was my Koki. Huge operation that you need. Financial freedom, to have financial freedom. Okay, so that is your pain point. Now, my pain point was similar in the fact that I needed money. Okay, and that is what we spoke about yesterday. Yesterday, we spoke about where is your customer right now. So you can create a product of something that you already know well to do. Okay, team, I just want to ask you, there's a lot of people still in the waiting room trying to get in. So please make sure that you are admitting them. So you can either create something like, I just want to give a little recap for the ones that weren't here. So if you're a teacher, maybe you don't want to work every single day. Maybe you want to use what you know and get paid for it on autopilot. So instead of going to a class, teaching kids every single day, you can do a couple of classes online, record it and sell that. And you can help people. Okay, so there's a way to work smarter, not harder. Even mindset things. Maybe you went through a divorce and it was very dramatic for you. Okay, it was very traumatic and you didn't really know how to handle it. And maybe you found a way through. You found a way where you could actually be more happy than ever before, and you can help other people navigate that stage of life. Because here's the thing, when people have pain, they are looking for a solution. And you have something in your hand. You've got something, things that you went through. It doesn't have to be bad things. It can be a simple thing of, I know how to market, or I know how to do a nice garden. Okay, some people don't have that. I certainly don't have that skill. I will pay someone to give me a layout of how my garden must look like because I'm not skilled in that, right? People are willing to pay for a transformation. They're willing to pay for a shortcut. They're willing to pay for that. If I can teach you in a couple of days how to make your first $5,000 to $10,000 online, are you willing to pay for that shortcut? Let me know in the comments. Are you willing to pay for that shortcut? If I can teach you how to make that consistently every single month. There are so many comments that I'm trying to keep up. Yes, obviously. If you are sick, okay, and you are in pain, okay, you don't think about a holiday. You think about, what can I get to get rid of this pain? I don't care what I pay for it. I'll find the money for it. I just want to get rid of this pain, okay? It all depends on how bad your pain is. And like I said yesterday, people are much more willing to pay to get rid of pain than they are to pay for something to get pleasure out of it. Okay, so today I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you price the product. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the structure. So a lot of people don't know what to charge for their product. And again, this is important. Even if you do take the shortcut, even if you do decide, you know what, I'm going to create this, I'm going to go with my own product, or I'm not going to create my own product now, I'm rather going to go with something else. It's going to help you still make money if you understand this. Okay. So give me an example. What do you want to create? If there's someone that want to create a digital product, what is it that you want to create? Just give me an example. Okay. Lizelle, if you didn't receive a recording of yesterday, please get back to the person where you got the email from. Okay. So, oh, I like that. Someone said resume. What was that?
Sally, maybe
Yeah.
we can just also mention that if they do not see it in their inbox, to quickly go and check the spam and promo boxes.
Yes,
Maybe
I've
you just
said that
send it
earlier.
there.
Okay, so please just make sure you check your spam and your promotions folder. Okay, so I'm going to go with someone said resume. I actually like that because I can already see I can add a lot of stuff. Okay, so currently there are a lot of people looking for online jobs. Okay, or they're looking for jobs. They might be highly skilled, highly qualified, or they might not be, but they're still looking for jobs. But they don't know how to put a decent resume together or a CV. Okay, so just selling a resume template, you can't charge a lot for. You're going to charge like $7 for it or so forth. I mean, it's really not a lot of money that you can charge. But what if you could create a product, an ebook, okay, that takes them through the process of how to prepare for an interview, takes them through the process of what questions they need to ask to be on their resume, what needs to be on their resume, why it only needs to be one page instead of 15, okay? You can give them tips on why it would be good to add a little video or add a photo, okay? And then how to prepare for interview questions, right? And then take them through a role play sequence where you can do a video and you can ask a couple of questions and you say on this video, okay, so I'm going to ask you a couple of questions and then pretend I'm the person that interviews you. I'm going to pause in between so you can answer me. That's just a way for them to practice, okay? So I'm just giving you an example. So they practice, and then as they go through your ebook, finally at the end, what's going to be the transformation? This is going to be a smallish transformation, or it could be a big one, okay? But the transformation can be, they're going to be so prepared for the interview. They're going to feel confident because they've gone through your ebook. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to structure it, okay? So the first thing that you want is you want to make sure that you have a title that grabs attention, okay? I don't care who says what. A hook, a tagline, a topic makes someone decide if this is interesting or not. Think about yourself. So you want a title that grabs their attention. So an example of a title for that person that wants to create resumes, an example for this person's title can be how to get your dream job in 5 simple steps. Okay? How to get your dream job in 5 simple steps. Okay. The reason I'm doing the title is you always want to give them a step-by-step framework. People, and please listen to me when I say this, people do not want a 40-page ebook. Because what I'm teaching you in these 3 days are more low-ticket products. So I'm gonna explain the difference, how you can make more money, okay? But if you create an ebook, they don't want a 40-page book. They want simple steps so it doesn't overwhelm them, that takes them from where they are right now to where they want to be. Okay, so a title, that's what you want. And then you want to create like a little tagline underneath it that explains it. Okay, so you can say, let me think. I can even say the title is something like The Job Seeker's Guide. And then underneath, I would say that I said, how to get your dream job in 5 simple steps. Okay? That is something that I can do, right? So the tagline is actually what's giving them the promise of the transformation statement. I call it a transformation statement, okay? So the next thing is you want an appealing design, okay? And this is why I teach you how to do it in Canva. Because if you are creating something that you want to sell, and you are not physically talking to someone to make the sale, it needs to look good, okay? And it needs to, like, look at when you go to the grocery store. I don't know, is there any moms on here? When you buy when your kids were small and you buy the cereal boxes, you'll buy the box that looks the nicest and the most fun for your child. Okay? Or if you're anything like me, I love packaging. Like I will buy and spend money on perfume if the bottle looks good. Okay? Are there some other moms or girls that yes, we shop with our eyes. And people do that. A lot of people do it. It needs to be appealing for them, not for everyone. So if it's a cookbook for people that have diabetes and they want to eat healthy, there needs to be delicious meals on that cover that diabetes will be and diabetes friendly, and that's gonna speak to them, right? So you want an appealing design that speaks to that person. If you are doing makeup or selling makeup or teaching doing an ebook on how to apply makeup, and your perfect customer is someone that's getting married, in other words, wedding makeup, there needs to be a bride or something that refers to it on the cover. Because who's going to buy it? Who's going to buy it? The soon-to-be brides. The soon-to-be brides might not buy just a pretty-looking woman on the cover. They're going to look for something bridal because that's where they are in their life right now. So that's what I mean when I say the appealing design. Okay? And then you want to give them the steps. So here's how I do it. Okay? This is their pain. Okay? This is where your customer is right now. Now, some of you, your pain is you're on this call because you want to learn how to make more money because your pain is you're tired of surviving, you're tired of living month to month. And you might be in a situation where you're like, Lizelle, I just don't have a lot of money now, so I want to see what I can do to make money. And this is why I love doing this workshop because you will get from this workshop, you will have everything that you need to be able to start making money. You won't need anything else. You just need to do it. Okay. So the pain, and it takes them to their desire. Okay. So if the pain is like they can't get a job, they don't know what they're doing wrong, they keep on going for interviews or whatever, right? You can take what your transformation was. And this is why it's so effective when you speak out of your own experience. Like maybe you struggled to find a job. Maybe you went to one interview after the other and you couldn't get a job. And now you finally found a way. You learned how to create a good-looking CV. You practice on how to interview. And finally, you landed your dream job. And now you can make it simpler for someone else to do the same thing. Okay? So, for instance, the first thing can be, let's start with the resume. Okay? The resume or the CV. Okay? In my case, I would start with giving them a system that can help them make money online so they don't have to overthink it. Okay? But for the person that's now, let's say, I'm just going to say job seeker. I'm just using an example now. Okay? So you start with the first step. Let's get your resume in order. Let's get your CV in order. And then you can list what you add in here. You can add a template. Okay? You can add a guide. That's all in this ebook. Or you can sell it separately. Okay? So just stay with me because you can give them the steps, but you also can sell it separately. Or you can sell it a bit, you can sell all of it in one bundle and you can charge a lot more for it. I'm going to get into the pricing now. Okay. So let's get your CV ready. What needs to be in a CV, what doesn't need to be there, blah, blah, blah. Okay. What would be the next step? Probably, I would say grooming, like you don't want to go to an interview looking like a hobo. You want to make sure that your hair is nice. You want to make sure your makeup is applied. You want to make sure that if you're a man that you are dressed appropriately for the job. Okay, so you can teach someone this. Is this an aha moment for someone? Like I'm thinking I should create something like this. Like a lot of people, what comes naturally to you doesn't come naturally to other people. Okay, so you can do grooming and you can just do list of this is what you should have. This is how you dress for a corporate job. This is how you dress for a casual job and so forth. You guys can hear me all good? Is it just one person that can't hear me? Okay, so, and then the next step, so you can call it. This can be step 1. Okay, this can be step 2. This can be step 3. And step 3 can be prepping you for your interview. Okay? And you don't have to do videos or anything in here. You can just take them through step by step. And then once they've prepped, you can add 2 more steps and you can say, okay, now you're ready. Okay? So let's recap quickly. When you have a title, and let's say the title is A Job Seeker's Guide. Okay? And the tagline is how to land your dream job in 3 easy steps, because we have 3 steps. Can you see you're not overwhelming the person? Okay? You're not overwhelming. You're taking this is step 1, this is step 2, this is step 3. And that's your e-guide. And then after that, you can sell that e-guide or you can add to it and you can bundle it. Okay? Is this making sense? Okay? You can always think about your transformation. What was your starting point? Where did you start? What was your starting point? Okay? Always attach your own story because that becomes very important when you sell it. When you share about your product, you want to share a story. You want to share what you went through because people buy from people they know, like, and trust. They're not going to buy from someone that just wants to make a sale. They want to buy from someone that knows where they are and that can really, really help them. Okay, and you can use ChatGPT for inspiration as well. Okay, all right. So now I'm gonna cover the price points. This is where it gets exciting. So yesterday I told you a lot of people are very scared about charging. Okay, but if you're scared of charging money for your services, you'll never make enough money. You'll never make enough money if you're scared to charge for your services. Because at the end of the day, successful people look after their time. Okay? In the beginning, you might spend a lot of time. You'll be on text messages, you'll WhatsApp, you'll email, but later on, you are going to charge more for your time because your business will grow, right? So there are different price points. Okay? So we call the one a low ticket price point. Okay? So the low ticket is like the template that I mentioned. It can be anything from $7 to $47. Okay, and why we do dollars, guys, is because it's global. Okay, because I know a lot of you are from different countries. It's a global business. You can literally sell to the entire world 24/7 online. Just do it in dollar. Okay, so yes, successful people really look after their time. So this can be a template. This can be a replay. This can be different type of a starter kit. It can be maybe just an hour training on something. Okay, you can charge separately for this just by teaching someone how to prepare for an interview, for instance, depending on what your product is. Okay, the next one is a mid-ticket. Okay. The mid-ticket one, this is now when you add stuff. So this one that I shared, okay, the template that I shared, just for this template, you can charge $7 for. For the next one, you can start making it a mid-ticket one. This can be anything from $97 to about, I always need to write down because I forget, $497, okay? This can be a step-by-step course. This can be more one-on-ones with you, depending on maybe you sold a template, but now you're offering them 4 lessons, live lessons, where you are going to sit with them for an hour and you're going to coach them through the interview process. So instead of creating an entire bundle of product, you can say, well, buy my template and for $497, you're going to get my template, plus I'll prepare you for your interview. because people will pay for your time. Okay? What about a step-by-step of making a product guide? Exactly. You can do a step-by-step of that as well. Okay? It all depends on how much you put in here. This can be a 4 to 6 week course. And this is what's amazing about products, guys. You don't have to create your entire product before you sell it. If you have something that you can offer someone, like for instance, I teach people how to make money online, okay? When I created my very first, no, not my very first product, when I created my very first digital product, the digital product was on a perfect customer masterclass on how to find your perfect customer, because I could see people didn't really know who they were talking to. I sold it and then I started with it. So I sold it and I said, this is going to be a 4-week program. For 4 weeks, I'm going to get on a live call with you. I'm going to coach you through the entire process so that you find your perfect customer. And I charged for it. And guess what? I'm still making money on that because people are still buying it. I actually included it now in my program as well because I know a lot of people struggle with that, right? So yeah, on the mid-ticket, people are willing to pay more because they stop trying. They start deciding. When people buy low-ticket products, most of the time they're trying different things. I mean, at a stage, there were people selling a $7 product that taught you how to do digital marketing. Guess what happened? You see, the unfortunate part of this low ticket product is it's a low ticket product for a reason. You cannot put too much in there. You pay for what you get at the end of the day. And that $7 program ended up being so many hidden costs inside that program because they wanted to charge $7 just to get people in and then charge them a lot of money. This is what you need now. This is what you need now. This is what you need now. Right? And people didn't like that. And at the end of the day, I don't even see it anymore. Closed up. Okay. And then the next one is high ticket. Now, high ticket is anything from $497, $497, and it can even go up to $5,000 plus. It all depends on what you put in there. I've got a $5,000 mastermind. Okay. That $5,000 mastermind is where I sit with people and I build out their businesses with them. They get access to me, they get WhatsApp access to me. I help them build out their businesses and all of that, right? Because why? Because they learn from me. It's my energy. It's a time away from my family where I forget about me and I focus totally on their business. And I give them years of me trial and error, and I give them that so they don't have to make the same mistake and they can get to their goals faster. Okay. This is why I have a DMS program that is a done for you system. Okay. My DMS program is also, there's a low, mid ticket and a high ticket because it all depends on how much support someone wants. This is why doctors get paid what they do. It's because of their knowledge and because of their time. That's why when you go to a doctor just for a runny nose, they'll charge you the full price because their time is valuable. Successful people's time is valuable. People that just give their time, normally they're either in the beginning of their business or they are just not, they're not going to carry on with it because they're going to burn out. It just is what it is. Okay. So we've got the high ticket. This can be coaching. This can be mentorship. I'm thinking about one of the ladies inside my group. She's a fitness trainer. Okay. She's doing a 6-week course, a 6 or 8-week course where she is going to help people not only lose weight, get into shape, share her exercises, her eating plans, and all of that. She's going to coach them on the mindsets because she's seen it over and over and over again. So she is taking them through it, okay? So she can charge $3,000 for that program because it's her time and it's the transformation. The bigger the transformation, the bigger you can charge for it, okay? So let me ask you this. I have a program that is over $1,000, okay? If I can teach you how to make regular $10,000 months, will you invest over $1,000 one time? Yes or no? It's the same as when people have bought franchises. Okay, why would someone buy a franchise, guys? because they are paying for a business model that already works. So if you have a high ticket, let's say you lost a lot of weight. Let's say you have paid for so many personal trainers. You've done all the diets on the planet. You have been there, done that. You've lost weight, you've picked up weight all your life. And all of a sudden, for the last 4 years, you have found a way how to be disciplined, how to maintain your weight, how to eat healthy. And you found a solution for you, right? People will pay for that. Because a lot of people are in that situation where they're doing every diet under the sun. They've wasted so much money. They've picked up weight. They've lost weight. Now you come and you say, I've also done that. This is what worked for me. And I can show you how to do that. I don't know about you, but I would be willing to pay for that. The bigger the transformation, the bigger you can charge, the higher you can charge for it. Because that person is going to pay once, is not going to have to pay again to get that transformation. Is this making sense? Okay? So low ticket, mid ticket, high ticket. So you can write this down. The bigger the transformation, the more money you can charge. Okay? It's not always about the time. There has to be a transformation. Okay? So write that down. So yeah, when they come to the high ticket, they are not just buying a product anymore. This is where they're paying for support. They're paying for clarity. They're paying for something that's already proven. No one's going to enter into a $3,000 fitness course and not follow through. You get that, right? So there's something called perceived value. Okay? This is where most people make the mistake. They have something that is worth, let's say this client of mine, she has a program that's worth $3,000 because she's teaching people how to lose weight. She's got years and years of experience. She is qualified. She's teaching, she had amazing results. People have had transformations with her. So she's credible. She already knows she can help a lot of people. Okay. So she's got a $3,000 course. What are you going to think? Put yourself in the shoes of your customer. Let's say you want to lose weight and you're tired, you've tried everything. What are you going to think if she charges only $100 for that type of transformation? Let me know in the comments. What do you think? What do you think? That it doesn't work? You're probably going to be very skeptical. Okay? You're going to think twice. I'll give you an example. So I have a program called DMS. It's a done for you system. I'll tell you about that, okay? But so I was looking for someone to do an amazing funnel for me. Now a funnel, don't worry if you don't know what it is. It is the system that works online for you 24/7 that makes sure that you make sales, okay? It's something this is why a funnel is so important, because if you don't want to be the one doing the work, you need a decent automated machine working online for you. So I was looking for someone that can build me a funnel, but I was looking for someone professional. I was not looking for something that I'm going to have to test and see if it works. I was looking for something that will 100% work. Okay. So a few of them applied. So I said my limit is $2,500 that I'm willing to pay for this funnel. Okay. Because I know that's the going rate. If you had to set up your own online business now and you want to make like 10, 20, 30 and more $1,000 a month, okay? You need a great working funnel. So a lot of people applied and said, I'll do this for you. I'll do this for you for the price I put out. I think there was all in all about 12 that applied for this position. And the one that applied, and this person stood out above everyone else because he said he's going to charge $10,000, but he's also applying to assist me. And that intrigued me. Because the moment I saw the $10,000, I'm like, this guy is doing business. This guy, he's got value there. Because he's not going to charge $10,000 for a funnel if there's no value in that funnel. Guess what I did? I hired him. That's what I did. If you're sick and you need a doctor, okay? And let's say you have to have an operation or whatever, I'm sure you will move mountains or go to the next city, get on a plane, doesn't matter what it costs, because you want someone that is skilled in what they do. You want the best service and you want the best product, basically, right? So that's what I call a perceived value. Because if you charge too little for your time, you charge too little for your product, you might miss the sales because you're charging too little. You might be having an amazing product, but because you charge too little, because you think people won't pay for it, the reason you're paying for so cheap is because the people aren't buying for it. The reason you're charging so cheap is because you're letting people underestimate the value inside the product. Okay? Does that mean you want to create something you have zero experience in? Okay, I don't know what the conversation is there, but if you have a transformation, you can create your own digital product. And you do have a transformation. Somewhere in your life, you had some type of transformation. It could be going through a divorce. It could be you finally learned how to handle your teenagers and you can teach someone else to do it. Think about something that you know you can help someone with. What are people coming to you for advice for? Okay? If you don't have a transformation, which I seriously doubt, you just are not thinking about it. And don't worry, after this call, I'm going to send you over 200 digital product ideas. Hope that gets you excited. Okay, I'm sending you some nice goodies after this call. So what I'm doing is, what did I say? Oh, so if you don't have a transformation, dig for one because you really want to attach a story to it. Okay, and you do. You have some experience in transformation. Okay, I need to move. I see that the clock is ticking. So yesterday, this is what I did. Okay, so if you missed yesterday, please go and check it. So yesterday, I spoke about the pain, I spoke about the desire where my customer wanted to be, and I spoke about the solution, which is your product. Okay, so what you basically do with your product is you build the bridge. People are somewhere, like my customers, their pain is they want money, they don't have money. Exactly where I was, I had the transformation, they want that desire, and I could build the bridge for them. Okay, so I gave them the solution. Now, here's what happened was I knew they needed money and they actually wanted a step by step. So I knew I needed to create a roadmap. So I created a roadmap showing them how to make $10,000 online. Okay. This costed about $997. This is how you work out how much to charge for your product. Now, if you did this with me yesterday, it's going to be easy for you to price it. Okay. If you didn't, don't worry. Just listen to me. You can watch the recording and you can go do that. Okay. So I charged, so this was $997. They wanted a done for you system. I knew that my customer needed a done for you system. Okay. By that time, it was about $1,500. Okay. Now it's $2,500 if you want a funnel. So I knew I wanted to give them a done for you system because a lot of my clients weren't techie. Okay. Time was a big issue for them. So I wanted to teach them a daily framework that I did that could work for them in 2 hours a day. Okay. So that costed me nothing. That just costed me my time to put out the workflow of how I do my business. Okay. Then a lot of them were in a cycle. They will maybe take some credit card debt and then it will go well for a month or two. And then all of a sudden they're back in that cycle. So they never get out of the cycle of debt. They never get out of the cycle. Some days or months are good and some are bad. They always are struggling financially. They always, even if it goes well sometimes. So I knew I needed to help them create multiple income streams. And the multiple income streams that I created funnels for it, okay, myself. And this was around about $997. Okay, this is the cost that I'm talking about for me to create my system, to create my product. So it cost me about $997. Then a lot of them felt alone. They were buying programs, they were buying courses, they were attending trainings, but they were still feeling alone. Once they would purchase, then there's no one to help them actually do this business and actually have that result that was promised, right? So I knew they needed more support. So I installed pod calls. Okay. Now these pod calls include coaching. Now just the coaching is about $1,200. Okay. And by the way, most of this is on a monthly basis. But for me to work out how much I was going to charge for this, I was like, okay, let me just think. Because Seriously, guys, when I created my product, and I'm sure you feel the same way, I would give it away for free. Really, that was my heart in the beginning, but I also knew it was very, very unwise. Because at the end of the day, if you give everything away for free, number one, there's no skin in the game from other people. And number two is you are not building anything, you're just building burnout. Okay? You want to really charge your worth because you are teaching people something. Okay? So $1,200. And then a lot of them didn't have any confidence. And I spoke about my magnetic sales course. That was my second digital product that I created that I decided to put in there. And that was $297. Okay? Hope you guys can see that. Okay? And then the last thing, and I can actually carry on, but the last thing was a lot of my customers, they wanted to make money online. Even after I would give them all of this, but they're like, I don't know what to create. I don't know what content to create. I'm not good with social media. I don't want to show my face online, okay? So I knew I needed to create a bot for them. And this bot was about $297, okay? So all in all, I could have charged it and sold it separately. If I did that, okay, just need to get if I sold it all separately, the amount that I could have charged for all of this was over 6,100. I've got the exact amount written here, $6,476. That is what I started. And that's how I figured out how much I was going to charge for my entire done for you system. And the transformation my client gets is they go from not knowing how to work smarter, they go from always in debt, cycle over and over again, exactly where I was. So I help them go from there, give them step by step into going into financial freedom where they start earning online, they start working a couple of hours a day, and they can literally leave their jobs and all of that. But I didn't want to charge this. Although there's something like perceived value, I was like, I want to make it accessible for people like me that time. So what I did was I said, I'm not going to charge this. I'm going to charge $1,197. And I'm going to give them all of that so that they don't have to pay that. And why I did this, and this is my suggestion to you, when you price your product, why I did this is you will sell it with so much confidence because you know what it's worth. You know if someone would go and start that thing that you are now helping them to do, you know the minimum that they're going to pay is this. So you'll have so much confidence in charging what you want to charge. So I always say drop the price a little bit, put all the value on paper for yourself so you can see what it's worth, and then drop the price a little bit so you have the confidence to sell it. Is this making sense? Is this landing? Awesome. Okay, so I want to make good on my promise from yesterday, okay? I don't know, it's just the time is just going so quickly. I'm having so much fun. Are you guys having fun? I'm having so much fun. I hope it's making sense, all of this. I'm going to send you some nice goodies after this call today. You're going to get an entire canvas step by step. You're going to get how to, even going to show you how to connect the system already. I'm going to give you over 200 digital product ideas because there's just not enough time for me to share all of that. Okay. So to make good on my promise from yesterday, I said yesterday that I just wanted to have some fun. And I said I'll give someone $500 if you go on social media and you invite other people to this workshop, and let's just grow and just make a complete difference to everybody's lives, right? And I said you must go share it and tag me in, and we are just randomly going to choose someone, and that person's going to win the cash of $500. But I said the person has to be on the call because that is just fair, right? So I'm going to call out this person's name. Zanel, if you can type it for me there in the comments, okay? So here's the name, Penelope Ellis. Are you on this call? Drum roll, yay! Are you on the call? Penelope Ellis, yay! Awesome! I see it's Penny for short. Well done, Penelope or Penny. I'm so happy for you. Congratulations. Thank you so much for sharing and just playing with us. We just had so much fun, and hopefully this workshop so far has changed a lot for you as well. So thank you so much. What we'll do, Penelope, is I do have your details here. we'll reach out to you. Okay, we'll reach out to you soon and get your details to pay the money over. Yay! Awesome. So what I want to do next is I can actually end everything right here because tomorrow I'm going to show you how the AI twin works. I'm going to show you a little bit how to connect what you can create to an automated system that can sell for you on autopilot. Okay, so tomorrow is a crucial part of getting your product sold because you can create an amazing product, but if you can't get it sold, it doesn't help. Okay. But I can actually end it here because I'm already giving you a lot of goodies. I've told you how to create, showed you how to create a digital product. I showed you how to structure it. I showed you how to price it. I gave you a lot of ideas. I'm sending you a lot of ideas. But the truth is, a lot of you will actually go take action and go implement it, and you will change the rest of this year, which is fantastic. But also, a lot of you won't because life happens. We start getting in our own way. We start doubting. We start thinking about things, right? And what happens is tomorrow becomes tomorrow the next day and tomorrow the next day. And then 2026 is over and you realize, oh my goodness, I've done nothing that I set out to do this year. I want you to imagine being in a completely different place in 90 days. If you can start an online income stream now, right? Because there's a difference between someone that waits and someone that makes a decision. Now, I've asked Nina, is she on there? Nina Brown, her brand is Nina Lumi. I've asked her, now you heard from two people yesterday that started, I call it the shortcut, because the shortcut is, and this is the good news for those who don't want to create a digital product now, is there is a shortcut. I started with a shortcut. I didn't start my online business by creating a digital product. I scaled my business by creating digital products. This is why I get to make $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month online, right? But I started with a done for you system that gave me products, that gave me everything that I needed to get going and start making money while I was learning how this all was working. And then I bought another courses. I bought so many courses because I wanted to know how to create my own digital product. And I wanted to scale my business. And I wanted to teach other people how to do it. And I went from broke, overwhelmed, praying for a way out of my situation to becoming a multimillionaire in my country, a six-figure earner in 7 months. I do 6 figures in 3 months now, and I'm really not saying it to brag. Please hear my heart. If you know me, you'll know why I do what I do. I do it because I wanted to create a different life for my kids and my family, because I believe parents need to be with their kids instead of always at work. I missed a lot out of my kids when they were young. I can barely remember the first 4 years of each of their lives because mama was always busy working. I was never scared of hard work. But you see, you can die today and no one will remember you. Your kids always have to get your leftovers, your family. So if anything of that rings to you and you're like, yeah, Lizelle, that is exactly my situation, then I'm asking you to take that step. You can either take what you've learned and tomorrow I'm going to pull this through and really go and change your life this year. Or you can take a shortcut and start making money already while you're learning how to do this and getting the support that you need. I want to show you someone that took what it means to make a decision. Nina, are you on here? Her brand is Nina Lumi. She started with me. She's going to tell you a story. I asked her to share because she's a brand newbie in my program. You heard from two people that started in my program that is making 6 figures, right? I want you to hear today from someone that is brand new, that's also in that stage where they are scared. They don't know they're scared of showing up. They don't know what the future holds. Nina, are you there? Just unmute.
Yes.
Can you guys just spotlight her?
So thank you, Lizelle.
Thanks, Nina.
Thank you for the opportunity, for the honor. And thank you for the amazing leader you are. It's just been a phenomenal month for me. So in the community, we have a saying that your vibe attracts your tribe. And I don't fit the mold. I'm not tech savvy. I'm not salesy. I'm not a marketer. So all of that, I think when we look at these things, we think we have to look like a person, like those gurus coming past our post, our feed. And that made me really think, I don't want to lose my own authenticity. How am I going to do this? And You know what? I'm a real overthinker. I don't make decisions very quickly, but I was really curious and I actually prayed for a breakthrough very early in the year. So I made on a Friday, the 9th of January, I just signed up and I bought the big one and I said, I'm all in. And honestly, I didn't have a clue and I just thought, I'm just going to do it. So for me, the biggest thing, and Lizelle, I hope it's okay that I say this, but affiliation, when you have a product, to have to resell this product, you actually get 90% affiliation feedback. So it sounds to you like a very big investment, but you have to sell it once, then you actually get your money back. And for me, that was the aha moment. And all I wanted to do is I didn't want to become salesy. I thought the way I'm going to go, I'm going to make the people curious. I'm going to do my AI videos. And I really pressed myself to enjoy this and not to make this a burden. And thank you, Lizelle. I've actually broke in 1 month. I broke this like thinking about money. I have a complete new mindset, and I'm so happy for that. I want people, and I know I'm a bit pushy when I say that, but don't overthink. Don't overthink this. You feel a little bit like I felt the first month. I felt like I'm in a roller coaster, but a good one. And I feel also like for the first time in my life, and I'm in my 60s, I I've been placed in a position, and from that position, I can develop many things. So yeah, I'm excited to be in this group, and the community is the best you can hope for.
Oh, thank you so much, Nina. She is so beautiful, eh? So much, and her heart is even more beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. So, someone's asking what she is selling. Now, Nina started with my program that's called DMS. It's Digital Magnetic System. This is the shortcut. I call it a shortcut because you don't have to create your own digital product. You don't have to create your own system. You don't have to wonder what you need to do. It's a clear step by step in showing you exactly. You immediately start. Your product is there, more than one product. Your whole system gets connected for you. You get inside a community and you get coaching. So on a Monday, you get coaching with me. We walk you through the entire process. There's short little videos that you watch. So you can immediately start earning. And Nina, if I'm correct, I think she made $2,000 in her first week and a half. I mean, it's incredible because she saved time and money by not having to create anything. So we do have two options, and this is why I cannot leave you guys without telling you about it because I know what it's doing for people, right? So you can take what I've taught you, and tomorrow we're finishing off, and you can go make a lot of money with that too, okay? Or you can take this shortcut. We've got two options that you can start off with. There is a starter option for people that want the framework, they want to get going. And then there's the DMS Pro. The DMS Pro is the bigger one that she spoke about because the bigger one is all about you want the coaching, you want the momentum, you want to go all in. Okay, so the starter one is $497. The Pro is the $1,197, but there are payment options. Okay, so here's what I want to do. I always reward action takers. I rewarded yesterday $500 just because someone shared, right? So what I want to share with you today and what I want to put on the table for you today to help you make the decision, because like Nina said, I know a lot of us, we are scared. You know, a lot of people ask me all the time, Lizelle, I'm so scared. I'm wondering, I'm just scared. So I always say, think about any life-changing moment. Were you scared? Were you scared when you got married? Were you scared when you had a baby? Are you scared of life-changing decisions? You should be scared because it's life-changing, right? The only thing, if you're not scared, I would be worried, okay? So scared is absolutely normal. I just know it's much better to do it with people around you that know where you're going, that knows already the process, than to go and try and figure it out on your own. So here's what I want to do. If you decide to take action for the next 24 hours, and the only reason I'm doing it for 24 hours is not to put pressure on you, I promise you. It is because my time is limited. and I really want to give the special. So what I want to do is I want to get on a call with you. Okay? I want to get on a call with you if you decide to take action. And I want to coach you through the process so that so we can get out of those mindset blocks very, very quickly. We can remove those money blocks. We can remove the things that's been keeping you from the life that you really want. Okay? I want to get on a call with you. I want to show you how the process works. I want to get you started because a lot of people focus on stuff they should not be focusing on. Okay? I want you to focus on the things that will actually make you the money instead of being all over the show. Okay, so I want to get on a call with you. And then the other thing that I'm going to bless you with is I'm going to give you a cash flow workshop that I did that's worth $1,500. That cash flow workshop teaches you not just how to create some extra money now, okay? It teaches you how to build a machine that will pay you forever so that you don't always have to be on, so that you don't always have to be on social media to be able to make a good living. I'm telling you, I'm saving you so much time and trial and error that I had to go through because all of us go through things in business. I have a coach, okay, and I paid a lot of money for her because I don't want to make mistakes, and we will make mistakes, but I don't want to make unnecessary mistakes, okay? And you'll see that once you have a vision for your life turns out differently, okay? I don't want you to go think about it as you can go think about it, but go think about it if you're thinking about the future that you want to step into, not where you are right now. You cannot make a decision based on your circumstances now because otherwise you will always be in that same cycle, okay? You have to make a decision of what's going to move you forward to the life that you want. Okay, so here's what you're going to do. You can get back to the person that invited you here. You received it via email or wherever you received the link to join. Reply to that message, okay? And ask that person for the link to those two offers. I will give it on both, okay? But I only have it, I'm putting it out for 24 hours because like I said, my time is limited and that's the only reason because I really want to make myself available for you. Okay, so I hope that is exciting for you, okay? What we're doing tomorrow is I'm actually showing you how to connect everything. I'm showing you the automated system that will work online for you 24/7. Okay, it's a system that doesn't cost you anything per month. And then I'm also going to show you the AI twin, like you guys wanted. Okay, is that all good? I think I covered everything. Thank you, and I did it. We're only 2 minutes over. Woo! All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining. Please go and watch yesterday's replay if you didn't. As soon as the replay is ready, I'm going to send you your goodies. Okay, and see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is our last time together. And I always come up with nice surprises. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.